Drivers, start your engines!
Alright, we're here today in NR 2003 at Sanair Superspeedway in St. Pete, Quebec for some oval racing. This is a tricky triangle for sure. It's a 0.826 mile flat triangle. Very tricky. The inside line is super slick. We got 37 cars here. This is the ASA mod with the 1991 ACT Tour Carset, which wouldn't have raced here in 91, but Sanair hosted Nascar North and the what would become the Coors Tour from 79 to 85, and then ASA would come here in 87. But since then, no NASCAR Touring Series that I'm familiar with has come here. I don't even think the Super Speedway is open anymore. They do have a short track and a road course here that I know are still open. I think the Super Speedway, last I knew, was used periodically for... Actually, one of the racers in here runs a racing school, and I think he uses the Super Speedway, or at least did. This was back a few years ago now, during COVID, I think, or pre-COVID. But yeah, we qualified 26 and going backwards. We're here for 90 laps. I've always wanted to race here, and I just haven't. And I figured I'm gonna race it, might as well record it. My version, so if you do find this, I had to re-download or remake the LP files for the cars, because they would only run like right off the wall, a couple car lengths. So that is something I've had to do to this, and I may have made it on a different EXE file because they're super quick. I've got the AI turned down to 91, and even still they're quite quick. Yeah, super flat track. The paint stripes, I think, are slick. I keep catching one in turn 3 and keep spinning out, so hopefully that's not what happens in this. But I haven't been down on the low lane yet to find that slick spot. Right now, with all the cars on the inside, it's been worrisome that they're going to run me over. We'll find our way to the back here, though. There we go. We can get our way to the bottom. So I know some of the names in here. Actually, some of the former race winners are still in the 91 ACT Tour. Robbie Crouch, Patrick LaPearl, I think, or Claude Leclerc. I don't know if Patrick LaPearl's in this, but there's some names that stuck around a long time in NASCAR North and never really made it up the tiers of NASCAR. But there is Kevin LePage in here. He did make it up through the ranks. And Randy LaJoy. And we don't have long run pace, it doesn't seem. Hopefully they're not super strong. where they're just going to drive completely away. Hopefully I figure something out here. This bottom lane, the back end will jump out in any of the 3 corners. It's got a different banking than the second lane, kind of like New Hampshire does now, where it almost feels like it's a reverse. It's so flat that it feels off camber. I was gonna try, there's a overlay program, Steel Horse overlays or something that I was gonna try out, but I can't get it to link up with my application because I think mine, for some reason, I have to go through like a user account, basically permission thing to open NR 2003, so I think that's why I couldn't get the overlays to work. That would have been interesting. And then there's another program which I have open, but I don't think it's active. That's kind of why I wanted to test with a race. And this one's not. Probably not the greatest place to test it, but it's a AI enhancer which modifies how the AI runs or AI behaves throughout the course of a race, and it's got some presets already in it. I can't. It's a little. I gotta kind of read into the help boxes on it because there's no like guide and anything to it, and I don't make a whole lot of I&I changes, so I don't really know what to do with it, but there are some presets that come with it which modify the AI's, looks like aggression and restarts, where you can make like a preset for cold tires on restarts, and then it's got a aggression I&I for like 80% into the race, and then the last 2 laps they go, I guess, berserk. I don't, it says chaos mode, but I don't think it's activated, so I don't think we'll see that here, but I just wanted to test to see if I needed to load it up or if just having it open was enough. It's probably not enough, but that's fine because this is a flat track and it's not like you're going to be going up the banking at a flat track. But it would be cool to play around with for sure. It's nice to see that something, people are still making content or making stuff for this game. I think the AI in this is still better than iRacing. At least from a like user interface or user adjustability standpoint, because you can get into the track files and you can adjust their tire wear, their grip, their lines. They do behave a little better because there's, I guess, less adjustment or less dynamic to them. Like the iRacing AI are a little more smart, where they know where the player car is, but you can kind of manipulate them that way in a bad way. Where this, the AI just kind of has their own thought of where they're going, and if you're in their way, well, sucks for you because they'll run you over. But the iRacing AI, they're just, yeah, I just don't think they're as good as this. There's also, you know, more, these guys are more apt to create their own natural caution. But it's still fairly rare that it happens in NR.
Car inside.
Usually if they run the user over, that's where you get the cautions,
Clear inside.
which can happen too in iRacing, but
Car inside. Keep high. Clear. Car inside. Clear. Inside. Stay high.
so yeah,
Clear
I'm
inside.
not quite
Car
sure if I'm kind of giving up, I guess, on the NR or the iRacing 2026 season. We're into
Clear
Dover,
Inside.
but I just feel like it's got really stale. The AI just not really what I expected. So I don't think I'm going to continue that series. I think I'm just going to let it be. Maybe pick it back up if and when there's changes to the AI. But we're doing the weekly racing in the tour mods right now with the AI. So I feel like for me that's been filling that AI hole. Not that like I need to race AI, but
Stay high.
that's been the experiment, I guess. And that's been more fun than
Keep
doing
high.
the straight AI races with the next gen car. So I think we're gonna put the whole thing on hiatus. Maybe I'll get back to it at some point if I want to. I just haven't wanted to race that at all. Let's see if we see where are we on laps. Only 22 laps in, we got 90. Back here in 37th, so there are 38 cars out here. But luckily, these guys haven't driven completely away from me. Yeah, this would be a cool track to get for iRacing. It's kind of like, well, it's obviously like Pocono because it's a triangle, but it's like Nazareth, kind of. And Nazareth is probably in a place where it's, I mean, you're never going to be able to get it back to what it was in its heyday. This track is closed, but I think they still, as far as I'm aware, they still are able to go around it. It may not be like in this pristine racing condition, but could be scanned. There's also an oval there, or a small oval, but it is up in Canada, so oval racing in Canada is not what it is in the States. So I imagine it would be like going and scanning random road course in Europe that nobody knows of and it would never be bought. But Pipe Dream is one of those. We've kind of run out of tracks to scan, large tracks. This isn't 1 mile or over, but it's something different that we don't have. I mean, there's Concord, but this is bigger than Concord. And there's Pocono, but this is smaller than Pocono. And yeah, it feels
Keep
like
high.
Pocono mixed with
Clear.
like New Hampshire or something. And kart came here back in the 80s as well. I know GP Laps did a video
Keep
at
high.
Sanair. That's kind of how I learned about this place.
Keep high.
Because this is all before my time. even 91, that was before me, so
Keep high.
I know some of the names in the field, but I'm not familiar with them all. And I can recognize some last names, but the first names just don't register in my brain.
Car inside.
But some of them do, because they've been...
Clear. Inside.
They still raced when I attended races
Clear.
at my local short track. Some of these guys still ran the local circuits. Actually, Dale Quarterly in here still races ARCA, I think.
Inside. Stay high.
I think he was in the NASCAR 25 game. And maybe NASCAR 26 that's coming out.
Keep high. Clear inside.
Almost a third way through this, and having a hell of a battle for last.
Outside. Clear.
Luckily, I have not hit that
Clear outside.
paint
Car
strip
outside.
or the slick spot in this corner.
Keep low.
But I did tone down the AI a little bit so I wouldn't be pushing so hard and hitting that.
Stay low.
Because once the car starts to go in this, I can't save it.
Still there.
That's why I usually run, I think it's NR2K3RE
Car outside. Keep low.
physics or that application, which kind of
Clear
helps the
outside.
lateral grip. I feel like it feels more like iRacing to me, which I'm most comfortable with.
Here comes the leader. Stay
And
low.
we got leader coming to lap
Stay
us.
low. Clear.
Not quite here yet, but go a couple laps down by the looks of it. He's here at lap 30. Almost lost it there.
Outside. Here comes the leader.
Yeah.
Clear.
Looks like it's Dave Dion, I think. Got the orange car with black nose or black hood. I believe he is a winner here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. It would
Inside.
be very like him to be a winner here.
Here comes the leader. Keep high. Keep high.
Just gotta make sure they don't put me 3 wide, and I'm thinking we're 2.
Still there.
Yeah, I don't know if they painted Sanair all over the walls. That's really
Here comes the
excessive.
leader.
I don't know how to
Still there.
modify tracks. It would be nice
Clear
remove
inside.
some of
Car
them,
inside.
unless it's actually like
Clear.
that. Okay, so that's
Car inside.
that Beaver Dragon, or is that Bobby?
Clear. Inside.
I think it's Bobby in the 75.
Still there.
And then you got, actually, this 5 here, John Paul Capana. That is the one with the racing school at this track,
Keep high.
or at least was at this track. We'll go back to the standings as these cars come by.
Clear inside. Car inside. Keep high.
Andy Santerre as well. He's in the field. He made it to the Busch Series. Some of these guys
Still
raced
there.
a couple races in the Busch Series as they would come through New England or
Still there.
whatnot.
Keep high.
And with all these leaders coming by, we've kind of lost the cars that we were racing. I guess 15's still behind us. But that big group that we were with is now split up. kind of got hung up on Derek Lynch behind us in the 15. We'll take the inside then. Trying to give them the bottom in case they were coming through, but then they got really hung up there. Got Randy McDonald too. I think he made some truck starts, if I'm not mistaken. I think when Toyota first came into the truck series, he was in one of those.
Car inside.
Oh, we got one sending it in.
Still there.
That's
Clear.
almost bad timing.
Inside.
Junior Hanley. That's a big name Canadian racer. At least throughout the Northeast.
Car inside. Stay high. Keep high. Keep high. Still there. Clear.
Yeah, I'm not even sure if we need to pit. I don't imagine so. I'll have to check here once we get kind of back in line. See if I can clear out the fuel. So no, we're not going to need to pit for fuel, so I don't imagine we're going to have to pit at all. Take a look at tires. Yeah, tires are looking good. At least so far. Haven't abused them. Kind of a cheap thing to look at that, but hey, they give it to you, you might as well use it. We're already a lap down, so any additional information we can get is helpful.
Still
Might
there.
get 36 here.
Clear outside.
By Pete Rondu, I think it is. They've really broken up the guys we were racing. I thought we made it through them all right, but we've only maintained our position. Nobody got hung out to dry and is now miles behind us. They're both right on top of us, but we've lost the main group as they've broken us all up.
Outside.
One of them's slow here.
Still there.
17, who we have been
Still
kind of
there.
around. These
You're
guys
on the
have not
bottom, 3
figured out a
wide,
way
car
by
outside.
yet.
Stay low. Stay low. Still there. Keep low.
Maybe they got a little more fall off and we're finally picking up some pace because of it.
Keep low.
Just think it's
You're
a
on the
17
bottom,
that's
3
slow.
wide. Stay low.
And I don't like being 3 wide with the AI.
Keep low. Clear outside. Outside.
Because I'm usually the one that pays for that.
Stay low. Clear outside. Car outside.
Yeah, now they got to the outside of 17, so it's going to be even harder to get by the 17
Stay
now.
low.
Because he's not going to go up the track. He's going to be right in our way.
Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. You're on the bottom.
They
3
made
wide.
contact, I heard.
Car outside.
Everybody's kept it together
Still
so
there.
far.
Clear outside.
I'm not so worried about them keeping it together, but just don't
The cross flag. We're halfway home.
get into me and don't make me overdrive.
You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside.
Bottom is not a great
Keep
lane,
low.
and it's even worse when you have to enter all the way down at the bottom. we've made it through. We've got by for 35th. See if we can keep a toe on the 2 here. Good buddy. And get back to the 27 car in this large group up here. Been able to pull a little bit of a gap on the guys behind that 17 car. I don't know why he's so slow all of a sudden. Maybe he got into the wall. Or maybe the AI tires are just wearing and their pace is falling. Because we've been able to keep up with the leaders who were able to lap us.
Inside. Clear.
That third lane is not great. You want to hit the second lane if you can't hit the bottom.
Outside.
27's
Clear
kind of
outside.
parking it right on apex.
Outside.
That wall I don't
Clear
think is a
outside.
ramp like it appears to be, that inside pit wall. The hitbox on it is square, I'm pretty sure.
Keep low. Clear
But that
outside.
still would not be fun to hit.
Outside. Keep low. Clear outside.
Made it through to 33rd, or 34th. 33rd is right in front of us. Pretty slow. Leaders are still quicker, but these guys are starting to fall off
Stay low.
quite sharply.
Still there.
I guess it's good because
Clear.
we were back here at the back for so long. I had a good race, but I'm just not able to make forward progress. But now that they're starting to fall off some more, we can finally feel like we're accomplishing something. Not gonna get our lap back though. That is not a possibility. We're right now 13th. Well, behind 12 of the leaders. And even if we did get back on the lead lap, we're going to be at the tail end of the line. But if we can keep up with the 2 here, he can open doors for us. We can try to pick off anybody that they're passing and lapping.
Inside.
Oh wow, they're...
Clear inside.
Now you got the 44 occupying a couple lanes. He doesn't know where he's going, it doesn't look like.
Clear inside. Inside. Still there. Clear
And we got
inside.
the 54 right here as well.
Inside. Keep high. Clear.
44 is going to get by him though. 44 is kind of all over the place right now.
Outside. Still there. Keep
Able to
low.
get to the inside of him,
Clear. Car outside.
make him run up the track a little bit.
Clear.
He doesn't quite hit the apex in 2.
Car outside. Clear outside. Outside. Stay low. Still there. Stay low. Clear outside.
All right, we're up to 31st. See if we can crack top 30. I don't know who the next car is for that though. I think it's that green and white one, but I could be wrong. Could be the black 01 car as well. The 44 is now in the pits. I don't know what's going on with him. I'll just take a check at the tires real quick. Felt like at one point there was no front bite anymore, but we're not yellow on the tires. Still got a third of the race left. We come to lap, well, the leaders are on lap 60. We are not. It took them 30 laps to catch us, and then we kind of kept up with the top 12 here. Yeah, Zardo in the 40 car, that green one. That is 4 position. That's the next car. Which I think we'll get there. We just gotta take our time, not spin out at this point. We're finally making forward progress on some cars for position, so.
Inside. Clear inside.
With no more lap cars, I think Zardo might be the last one for a
Car outside.
little while anyway. The leaders have started to fan back out,
Clear.
except for these two.
Car outside. Clear outside.
One northeast track that I haven't seen made for this game that would be cool would be the old Briar Motorsports Park, the precursor to New Hampshire Motor Speedway, the road course. I have seen it for Assetto Corsa, but I think it actually is backwards from the direction I saw ran in some old Northeast Racing Classic videos.
Keep high.
We got 13th place car
Stay
coming up,
high.
passing us.
Clear inside.
But that is one that I've seen clips of, but I don't think has ever been made for this game. I don't know how to do track making to recreate that. I don't even know if the short Sanair version's on this game. That might be a fun track to try at some point. Might finally get a chance at the 40 here, as he's stuck in the second lane, but 07's not quite committed to that apex line.
Outside.
This ASA mod has a lot of shine on the cars. The back of this 07 almost looks like glass.
Stay low. Still there. Clear.
Finally get by the 40 after we've seen them for a while. Just never took a while to get to them. Next one will be a 9 car up here, that white one. We're into 30th now. No pressure from behind. All the cars that we've passed have fallen off pretty hard.
Car inside. Still there. Clear inside.
See, we got 20 to go.
20 laps to go.
This race has been going great. I wasn't sure how they would race each other. It's the first time I made track file lines or LP lines. And it's been like 6 months since I made them. And I never really tested a race or was able to complete a race here. So it's good that they worked. I don't even know if I could know how to make the LP lines again without looking up a video, but now that I know how to do it, or know that it's possible to change that, maybe we'll see. I guess it would be if something's like severely broken like this was.
Keep high.
Basically like there were no LP lines and it just generated its own.
You're up top, 3 wide. You're up top, 3 wide. You're up top, 3 wide.
Because they basically just followed a couple feet off the wall all the way around the track. See if we get to the inside of the 9 here.
Car outside.
We
Still
do.
there.
And then it's just a matter of clearing them, and
Keep low.
it seems like they just don't have the pace right now.
Still there. Clear outside.
Well, we got a green car back there. Zardo's still... He's actually not falling off too bad. That may be all we get for positions. We've got, what, 15 to go or something. And I don't see any cars, unless it's that yellow one way up the track. I don't think we're going to get to any of them. We may get into this 07 though if he doesn't get going. But yeah, I could see why kart came here. Super flat track. It would actually be a pretty good track for open wheel cars in iRacing. For an oval track. Indy Lights or the Indy Next or whatever it is, and IndyCar even. Would be a good stand-in for Nazareth, since that one is probably beyond scanning ability. But we can always come back and run it in NASCAR Racing 2003. That's what's so great about this old game. There's just, as we almost looped it there, just the old content, and you don't have to have a scan to have fun on these tracks. Even, you know, if it's beyond repair, obviously having a scan isn't going to be all that great, because if they ever did fix it, well, the scan really wouldn't be any good. But at the same point, there's nothing to prove with a scan, because it's not like you can drive it anyway. But even these tracks back in, well, for this game, though they aren't scanned, I mean, they represent what the real thing is. And for entertainment purposes, that's all that's needed. Just to have a track to go turn laps on in a virtual world. Got 10 to go. Quad has fallen off Dave Dion's pace. He's back here with a 07 car. And myself, lap down. The 3 ahead of us, or ahead of our group, may have found the next lap car, but I don't think we're going to get there. They're all stacked up once again on them. Makes me believe that that is a lap car. A 77. I don't know who that is off the top of my head. I guess I could flip through the standings, but I don't want to put it in the wall at this point or go around. Let's see if Junior gets by him or Dave. We may learn who that car is. But we're gonna run out of time, I think. Catch him. Got 5 to go once we get to the line. I mean, maybe. No, it would take each AI over a lap to get by him, so. And they're not even attempting to pass right now. Bedoin. I don't know who that is. Yo, Quarterly's up there though. He would be the next car in line after the 77. But we're not going to get either of them.
Just 5 more to go.
Kind of falling off the back of the 77. Maybe just running side by side has allowed us to catch back up, and 77 kind of get away. Send it in here, but it's not worth anything. Even if we get by a couple of these guys, the 77 is going to be a couple laps to catch on his own.
Outside. Clear outside. Car outside. Clear outside.
Just fall in line, close these laps out, and get out of here unscathed. Incident free. That is not what I anticipated coming into this. Just from me, because I couldn't keep it together on practice laps, let alone for 90 laps without really anything happening. Now it's Junior's turn to fall off here. I don't think the AI thing was activated, so I have to give it a test another night. Hit the white flag here, 1 more to go.
White flag. 1 more lap to go.
Finish 29th, it looks like, unless something really bad happens. We're really good. Last time through turn 2, into turn 3. We'll only complete 89 of them, but we completed 89 of them, so that's what really matters. Finished 29th here at Sanair Superspeedway. Fun little track. It's a flat track, so automatically gets a thumbs up from me. But yeah, that was fun. I don't know. We'll see about doing some more. Probably one-off in our races. I don't think I'm gonna record a season. I may race a season, but I don't think I'm gonna record it if I do. But yeah, we'll probably see you in iRacing next.
Keep it under 4,000
Thanks for watching.
in second.